Hey, what's up? It is, what's the date? March 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. March 5th. Happy birthday, Father Carlos. 2020. And I have a topic to kind of talk about quick. I don't have much time on the road left. But the topic is rebounds. Not the basketball one, but relationships. So today is a little bit different because there's a cop next to me. No, that's not one. But I have a friend with me in the car. We'll keep his name anonymous. If you know his voice, and congrats. He's probably gonna get tagged on the video in the comments and that. Oh, maybe he doesn't want to. Keep it anonymous. But if you know his voice, then you'll know who the mind is, who's mind behind the words. But anyway, so I want to reintroduce the topic, which is rebounds, and the different kinds of rebounds. Is when I was talking, there's a rebound where you talk about like one night stands. You know, there's rebounds where they turn into relationships, or I would call it like a seasonal rebound, a summer fling or a winter fling, whatever the case. But yeah, I'm going to introduce my friend here to my right. You can say hi.
Hello guys, what's up?
You might want to speak a little bit louder. But yeah, so I'm going to first ask him the question of whether or not he thinks it's appropriate or the time it takes from ending a relationship to entering either a rebound type relationship or another completely new relationship.
Okay, so first of all, I don't agree with rebounds. Because I feel like if you're looking for something, you're supposed to be looking for a real relationship, or at least a real feeling. Like, you know what I mean? Relationship is not about something to just for pleasure. Like, pleasure comes with the relationship itself.
But that's what a rebound is.
Yes, but
what if you just want strictly pleasure? Don't you want to just go for a rebound and then maybe find a relationship afterwards?
Yes, but like as I say, I feel like it's just a waste of time. Let's say you want to just like pass the time. Yes, that's what you want, but at the end of the day, you don't feel like you still feel empty because you literally just like end a relationship. You're looking to have fun. Yeah, you had your fun, but after that, then now what? That's just like what I think about it. You know, like rebounds for me is just like you being a douche. Let's say that.
Are you allowed to say that?
I just did, but
right. But that brings me back to the point of what about those rebounds that, you know, build into a relationship? Because sometimes getting to know someone off a rebound is like just as important as getting to know someone in real life or online or however you met the other person.
Yeah, but the question is like, how long does the person move on from the past relationship before you could call it a rebound, right? Like,
isn't rebound technically considered like instantly?
Yes, I would say, because for me, I would say you could get another relationship after you like broke into one after 3 months. Then you could go and at least like the period is like timely. But if you go on to a relationship within 3 months, I just feel like you still have the feeling. You're just looking for the same feeling as you got from your past relationship. I think that's the reasonable time to
pursue another one.
Yes, because I feel like in between that, you're still looking to fill in the gap that you used to feel when you were in a relationship. So I don't really agree with that.
So you're telling me 3 months is enough time to get over someone you really truly cared about?
As I said, like that's like for me, it's a decent time. But again, like different person move on different differently. So you can't say like, yeah, I move in like 2 days. Yeah, it could be, but is it like, did you really moved on, or you just block off the feeling that like, hey, like we're done, I accepted that fact?
No, I was. So I want to bring back a past relationship of mine where essentially it was a rebound relationship, and it did work out very well. So I want to ask.
It did, or it did?
It did.
Okay.
It did work out well. Obviously, I'm not with that person, so it didn't work out to the best. But for the mean point that it was, or mean time that it was, it did work out. And I want to see what you think about like approaching a relationship through a rebound, because obviously you do rebound stuff and have that pleasure, and obviously that pleasure ends at one point, but after that you think about what could be, and obviously you either approach it or you don't. I just want to know why that can work versus the other people saying it won't work.
I just think that, like, yes, like there's exceptions that like some people would like rebound works for their side, because I guess they're like, they really like how both side approach on what's the situation is. But I think most of it doesn't. I just think that it doesn't work because the feeling for someone just doesn't come up overnight, you know.
Oh, I mean,
you
yeah, that's what I'm saying, because after your rebound pleasures, you think about it, and then you either want to pursue it because it was that good, or you see something positive, or you obviously go a different direction.
Like on your past relationship that you said that it was the rebound thing worked on that time, but it doesn't look like it since you guys are not together right now. So how could you explain that?
So the reasons relationship starts and ends is obviously two different parts of the spectrum, because the reason the relationship started was out of nowhere. We were in the same city at the same time, and you know, we clicked, and it worked out. So we couldn't really avoid something that was like a good connection, and I said it worked out well because, you know, it was a good time. We both really cared for each other in more ways than one. And at the end of the day, the relationship did end on a good note. So even though we're not together, a successful relationship doesn't mean you're going to be with that person the whole time. Because the success in the relationship is building yourself and learning about yourself, and the fact that you can grow from that relationship. So the fact that I can learn a little bit more about myself so that I can be better in my next relationships, that in itself is a successful relationship.
Is rebound acceptable?
Well, at the end of the day, like, rebounds are there, right? It's not something we take out of a picture, because they're always there for us. Acceptable is not really the best way to look at it, because yes, I do believe it's acceptable. I believe that there is a positive in quote unquote rebound, because like I said, choosing who that person is also very important, because they can enhance you and make you better in who you are. They can also allow you to grow and expand the people you know. The relationships we build with each other is very important. So even that relationship alone, whether it's one night or longer than that, it's an important relationship to build as human beings. With that said, obviously we want to take on the point that even though it is a rebound, we don't want to be wasting time. You don't want to be wasting your time. You don't want to be wasting other people's time. So have an intent for that rebound. Whether it's pleasure, go get that pleasure, or whether it's getting to know someone else that may have a future in your life. Take that opportunity. So you want to be able to use it in a positive way. So it's kind of a two-way street when we're talking about rebounds, because at the end of it all, there's a purpose for everything and everyone in our lives. Be a good communicator. Communication is key. It's important. It takes up a lot of the difficulty and a lot of the complications away from a relationship, because good communication will take you to bigger, better places. And with that said, I kind of want to thank everyone for listening in again. Thank my anonymous friend. I mean, if you know me, it's definitely not an anonymous friend. But yeah, I want to thank him for joining me on my first non-solo, not a podcast. And yeah, I mean, communicate, to the best of your ability. Approach every relationship you can in a very positive way. Always think of the good. Always be good. Always do good. And always think good. Because all we can do as human beings is be good. The rest will come to us.